Hey everyone, my name is Robbie, the owner of Galactic Marketing, and today I'd like to talk about the Spectrum campaign in regards to pricing a customer, right? So I think everyone's had a little bit of difficulty pricing a customer and how to accurately price a customer, and it's causing a lot of issues in terms of people not knowing what they're going to pay and thinking that you're lying to them. And a lot of it's Spectrum's fault. I mean, if you go on Spectrum's website or you see any of their advertisements, it's always talking about the $89.99 triple play, right? Well, unfortunately, that thing's far from correct. Doesn't include taxes, fees, doesn't include an actual modem or DVR boxes or anything. So the lowest you can actually sell a customer is 9666. But if you add in that Wi-Fi router, you always got to start out at the magic number of 101.96. So the only number you really need to remember in Spectrum is 101.96, and here is why. Let's make that really big font so you guys can see 101.96. For the Spectrum triple play, right, 101.96 is what we start at because that includes the cost of all three products as well as a Wi-Fi router. We always get customers Wi-Fi routers because they're an extra $5 a month, but no one ever seems to have their own, and no one seems to know what it is, but everyone needs it because you cannot connect to the internet without a Wi-Fi router. So first thing you want to do after punching in an address, let me just get an address to punch in here for you guys. For example, we'll use this one. Alright. Then you'll move on to punching in basic customer information, which we've got right here. I'll just hit view offers for the sake of this. And here's a nice thing, even if you forget this entire lesson, you guys can still just price the customer out normally and the computer will do all the math for you regardless. So that's one of the nice things about Spectrum is you really don't need to be an expert on pricing. You just at least need to know how to use the system, which the system, in all honesty, is probably the easiest system I've used ever for processing sales, and it's pretty damn accurate. Here's a couple tips and tricks when I process a customer. I always, aside from putting in my agent email here, I always say that they just moved into the place, right? Doesn't matter which address you put in, don't be using the same one over and over. But what it allows you to do is, let's say there's someone that owed money there and they canceled last month, right? And they still owe Spectrum money. What will happen if you don't put that they just moved in, it looks like it's the same customer signing up over and over, and they're just going to blacklist that address. But if you put it as a new customer that just moved in from somewhere else, you won't have that issue. So that's one of the major things you just want to put in regardless, is just check the no box and punch in the previous address. It doesn't even have to be the customer's previous address, just any previous address. Right now it's loading up, right? And what happens is it's going to bring you to the pricing screen in just a minute here. So the pricing screen, see this right here, this is very important. This customer will not need a prepayment for this order. A lot of you are calling me up like, hey, this customer needs a prepayment, I didn't know. Well, actually you did if you just read this giant message right here. So we have all the different options. We have the triple play, you see starting at $89.97, right? There's other triple play offers too, the gold silver package. There's double plays. I really don't want anyone selling double plays. We actually get docked when we sell too many double plays. If your customer is selling TV, if your customer wants TV and internet, then you just need to sell them the triple play. Just tell them it comes with the cost. It comes with the phone, cost of the phone built in, right? They can change, it's month to month. They can change it any month, and tell them that the cost of the internet as well as the cost of the cable actually goes up because it's part of the bundled package deal. So it's actually cheaper if they get the phone. That's how I've often been selling it. And in some areas, they actually waive the installation fee if they get the phone line as well, right? So the triple play actually makes the cost of installation lower in some zip codes. Now, if you guys are looking for another common product sale beside the triple play, if the customer just wants the cheapest bill possible, usually they want internet only or cable only. Well, what does that come out to? Internet only is $44.99. Now, don't forget, you've got to add on the $5 for the router. So you're looking at $49.99. If you're factoring in installation fee, that's an extra $45. So you're looking at $89.99 to get started for the first month, and then $45 without. So $49.99 a month, right? Adding in the extra $5 there. is what you'll sell internet only at anywhere in the United States, right? Then let's talk about the next basic package you're going to sell, right? Cable. Now, this $39.99 does not include the cost of one TV box, which each additional TV costs $6.99. If you're doing a triple play, the first TV is included, but if you're doing cable only, the first TV is not included. So the real cost of cable is $46.99, right? So that's what cable costs. So from there, in this scenario, triple play is the most common product we sell. So let's just hit choose, right? Let me kind of break down to you guys how pricing works and how easy it is and how you'll really never need to work too hard to figure out pricing in Spectrum. So first off, whether or not you're an expert, you will first want to understand what pricing is. There's the initial order. So oftentimes there's the first month's bill, which is going to be different than your ongoing monthly charges. Why? There's some one-time fees, like there's a one-time $9.99 Wi-Fi setup fee. There is also a one-time installation fee in most cases, not all. Now here's some things you can do to give your customer free stuff without having to charge them extra for it. The DVR is free right now, so always just hit yes. Notice how the price did not change. So what I do is I first hit yes to that, and then I know the customer already needs a Wi-Fi router, so I add on $5 net. Let me be honest with you guys about the Wi-Fi router, guys. No one has ever said, no, I'm not going to buy from you because it's $5 too expensive. If you guys just start with $101.96 on all your offers and just tell them it's month to month and they won't even have to pay their first bill until 3 weeks after it's installed, that's how you need to prevent it. If you just leave with $101.96, your customer's already hanging up the phone. But if you say, great news, Mr. Customer, it looks like you qualify for our services, let me kind of tell you how this works. First off, there's no credit check, there's no down payment. Right? What does no down payment means? It means we're going to sign you up and set you up for service and install it all with no money down. You're not going to give us a dime. Then you're going to get a bill from Spectrum a few weeks later, and that bill is going to be for $101.96 plus the cost of any installation fees, right? Which we haven't gotten to installation fees yet. We don't yet know if there will be one until later. So we aren't going to quote them on that price just yet, but I can already tell they're going to charge $10 for the Wi-Fi router. Right? So I already know there's probably going to be an installation fee, right? So from there, right, you want to ask your customer, quick question, it's $101.96 a month, the first TV is free. If you want additional TVs, it's an extra $6.99 per TV, right? So there's a difference between DVR HD box and HD box no DVR, right? So right now it's at 0, and then we switch it to 1, so now it's an extra $6.99. So as I increase prices, as you can see, the ongoing monthly charge increases as well. So if someone had 3 TVs, right, in their house, you already selected 1 for the free DVR, right? And then you added 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3, right? That's how you would properly do 3 TVs. What is 3 TVs on a triple play cost at triple play select? It's $115. Then, if your customer is interested in things like HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, etc., right, the silver package is $20 more a month. If they want the gold package, it's $40 more per month, right? That's what it costs. So, with that being said, that's an easy way to upsell your customer if they want more stuff. Why do we upsell customers? Typically, when they actually ask, hey, I want HBO, hey, I want Showtime, that's a pretty good indicator that they're going to pay their bill and stick with it. I don't usually upsell without them asking or hinting at what they want, but I do ask customers like what they're interested in watching. That way I can get them what they want. If they get what they want, they're more likely to stick, which means they're more likely to show up for the install date. Because remember, we don't get paid if it's not installed. So once again, an additional TV is $6.99. We always start at the base price of $101.96. Always with a triple play. And then we go up from there by adding in just an extra $6.99 per additional TV. Those of you who keep on quoting $89.99 and telling customers, even after knowing, what's really frustrating, a lot of you are, even after knowing what the actual real cost is, you still tell the customer it's $89.99. And then you wonder why your customer flakes on the install or cancels on install after talking to the technician. The technician is supposed to tell them the actual price, and what he's going to tell them is not $89.99. He's going to tell them your monthly bill is going to be $115.94. Or if it's just one TV, it's going to be the cheapest you can make it is $101.96 plus tax, right? So it says additional taxes and broadcasting fees. So I just say $101.96 plus tax. That's really the easiest way to say the price. So from there, what we do is we hit continue, right? And we always select with technician install, right? Technician visit. And here's what you need to break down the customer. And this is how I break down price to a customer. Once again, I explain how it's no money down and they're going to get their first bill 3 weeks later. Then this is how I break down the installation fee. I first ask them when they would like it installed. And then I tell them great news. I actually lowered the installation fee to just $45 for you, right? In addition, I rolled it into your first month's bill. So when the installer comes, you're not going to pay him a dime. You don't have to pay him anything. That install fee is going to be rolled in with your first month's bill, which is going to come a few weeks later after it's installed, right? So your monthly charges, sir, ma'am, Mr. Customer, is going to be $101.96. Your first bill after factoring that $45 installation fee, it's going to come out to $146.94. After that, the ongoing monthly charges are $101.96. I'm going to go ahead and hit submit order and send you an email breaking that down right now. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, great. Your installation date and time is at this date and this time. I'll go ahead and text it to you. That's how you break down pricing to a customer. If you just say, yeah, man, it's going to be $100 and you don't even tell them what it is for, of course customers are going to say it's too much. You're going to break down. So this is how I break down price in terms of what the customer is getting. I tell them the great news about it being month to month. I tell them that they can change it at any time. They can increase products, decrease products. In addition, they're going to get around 200 cable channels, right, including the free Dodgers package if you're in LA, right? In addition to all that, they're going to get a minimum of 100 megabyte per second download. Now that's the speed, Mr. Customer. That's how fast it is. It's fiber optics and 100 megabytes per second, which is incredibly fast. Most companies charge extra for that. That's our minimum speed. It can go as high as 200 just depending on where you live. In addition to that, I tell them it includes the cost of a Wi-Fi router, and then I tell them I'm going to throw in a free DVR for them because they called me to sign up today. In addition, I tell them they're also going to get a phone line. Whether or not they want to use it, that's up to them. That's just what's included in the package. That's how the promotion works. So then you tell them they're going to get all that for $101.96. That's how you present price. So you first talk about what the customer is getting, then you tell them about the price. Then they're either going to say one of three things. A, great, let's move forward. B, too expensive. C, I don't want the phone. If they say I don't want the phone, not a problem, Mr. Customer. It's just going to come out a little bit more expensive. It's a bundle package deal. You don't have to use the phone line for anything. It doesn't really matter to us. But if you want this promotion, it's with a no money down, no credit check. It's going to be $101.96 a month. And once again, you can cancel that phone line at the following month or at a later time. That's just how the promotion works. Now, if they say B, too expensive, you tell them, hey, I've looked up all the providers in your area. This one happens to be the cheapest. We work with DirecTV, AT&T, all these other companies, and this one happens to be the cheapest. What I can do for you to make it cheaper is, if you want just cable or just internet, then I can get you that. It'll be $46.99 for the cable or $49.99 a month for the internet. Would you like to do that instead? No, I wouldn't. I want cable as well. Okay, it's $101.96, right? Oftentimes, if customers are kind of on the fence, you just say, look, I understand where you're coming from. Let's do this. Let's just try it out with the cable or with the internet for the first month. Let's just make it a triple play. If it ends up being too expensive for you, the following month, just cancel the additional products and stick with just internet or just TV. And this is what it'll cost you, $46.99 or $44.99 a month. So that's a great way to break it down to a customer, but that is how you price a customer. You start at $101.96 every time, and you tell them that's what it is monthly. You break down what they are getting for that price. Then it's an extra $6.99 per additional TV. First one free. And that's it. That's how to price Spectrum. It's so easy. Anyone can do it. But a lot of people are making mistakes. Either they're intentionally lying to customers or they're just making honest mistakes. But that is how you price Spectrum. Super easy, super simple. I think all of you can do it.